Hey there and welcome to the series. I am your host Fatima Macling, and for today's video, I will be teaching you on how to do your calculation in Excel. But before we start, let me begin by defining this basic term. Column, row, and cell. Column is a vertical series of cells in a spreadsheet. It is presented by letters. Row runs horizontally across the worksheet, and it is presented by numbers. Every worksheet is made up of thousands of rectangles, and it is called cells. A cell is the intersection of row and column. Each cell has its own name, or cell address, based on its column and row. For instance, we have cell A1. This means that cell is located at column A and row 1. When it comes to calculation, there is always noting that Microsoft Excel cannot do, from totaling a column of numbers to solving complex linear programming problems. For this, Microsoft Excel provides a few hundred predefined formulas called Excel functions. In addition, you can use Excel as a calculator to do math, such as add, divide, multiply, and subtract numbers, as well as to raise, to power, and find roots. Making calculation in Excel is easy. Here's how. Type the equal symbol in a cell. This tells Excel that you are entering a formula, not just a numbers. Type the equation you want to calculate. For example, to add up 5 and 7, you type equal 5 plus 7. Press the Enter key to complete your calculation. Done! Instead of entering numbers directly in your calculation formula, you can put them in separate cells, and then reference those cells in your formula. Examples: equals A1 plus A2 plus A3. The following table shows how to perform basic arithmetic calculations in Excel. So we have operation, operator, example, and description. The results of the previous Excel calculation formulas may look something like this. Apart from that, you can combine values from two or more cells in a single cell by using concatenation operator like this. You can also compare cells by using logical operator, such as greater than or less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. The result of comparison are logical values of true and false. The order in which Excel calculations are performed. When you do two or more calculations in a single formula, Microsoft Excel calculates the formula from left to right according to the order of operation shown in this table. Since the order of calculation affects the final result, you need to know how to change it. How to change the order of calculations in Excel. Like you do in math, you can change the order of Excel calculation by enclosing the part to be calculated first in parentheses. For example, the calculation equals 2 times 4 plus 7 tells Excel to multiply 2 by 4 and then add 7 to the product. The result of this calculation is 15. By enclosing the addition operation in parentheses, equals 2 times parenthesis 4 plus 7 parenthesis, you instruct Excel to add up 4 and 7 first, then multiply by the sum 2. And the result of this calculation is 22. Another example is finding a root in Excel. To get the square root of, let's say, 16, you can use either this formula. Equals SQRT, or square root, open parenthesis, 16, then close parenthesis. Or an exponent of 1/2 equals 16 caret, open parenthesis, 1/2, close parenthesis. Or 16 raised to 1/2. Technically, the above equation tells Excel to raise 16 to the power of 1/2. But why do we enclose 1/2 in parentheses? Because if we don't, Excel will raise 16 to the power of 1 first. An exponent operation is performed before division. Then divide the result by 2. Since the number raised to the power of 1 is the number itself, we would end up by dividing 16 by 2. In contrast, by enclosing 1/2 in parentheses, you tell Excel to divide 1 by 2 first, then raise 16 to the power of 0.5. As you can see in the screenshot below, the example calculation with and without parentheses produces different result. For example, the calculation equals 2 times 4 plus 7. The answer is 15. Then we have equals 2 times, open parenthesis, 4 plus 7, close parenthesis, or let's say 4 plus 7 times 2, the answer is 22. Then we have 16 raised to the power of 1/2, so the answer is 4. Then if we say 16 raised to the power of 1 divided by 2, the answer is 8. I should fuck her in the Benz.